Again, as we told you, the state attorney general's office is suing the prediction market company Kalshi. The platform allows users to place bets on future events. Attorney General Letitia James alleges Kalshi does not abide by the state's illegal gambling laws. Kalshi contends its platform is a financial exchange, saying it operates similarly to the stock market. Joining me now to discuss this case and more is criminal defense attorney and former Manhattan prosecutor Jeremy Saland. So, Jeremy, what do you think of Kalshi's defense that it is a federal financial exchange, not a gambling website per se?
Yeah, they're saying in part, at least leading with in part, the CFTC regulates this. In fact, it's their job to make the determination. They are on our side and advocating for us, and you, the state, can't change that. You can't fight that. This is a trading of commodities more akin to, like you said, the stock market than gambling on some random events against the house. There's no casino here. You're dealing with peers in this forum. So it's very different is their argument, though there is absolute color to James's arguments.
Other states have filed lawsuits against Kalshi as well. So does this one in New York have any particular significance compared to those?
Well, they all do, because at some point this may have to go up beyond the state level, and we may find it at some point in the Supreme Court of the United States. So, whether that comes out of New York or whether that comes out of Minnesota or whether that comes out of some other state, well, Nevada, for example, we'll find that out. But this is a relevant, absolutely a matter that's proceeding.
Yeah, and I mean, how much is on the line? Not just this case, for more broadly, but maybe, as you said, it goes to the Supreme Court because Kalshi and others are gaining so much in popularity these days.
Yeah, you can bet on anything. You can bet on what our next word's going to be, for example. You never know what's going to happen. But what they're trying here is very unique and different because it is, again, it's not against a casino. It's not against some random sporting event. This is using real-time data against your peers, not against the House. Very unique. And what's next? So I think the state wants to get in front of it because, let's be real too, the state is losing potentially a lot of money in regulating it. Other states have an interest in seeing this decision come out.
For sure, part of New York's argument that it's losing all this potential tax revenue.
Yeah.
In other news, I want to ask you about this, Jeremy, because Andrew Arabaka, that's the man charged, with arson after confessing to lighting that incendiary device outside of 26 Federal Plaza. He is scheduled to appear in court this week for the first time since that arraignment. So much said about 26 Federal Plaza, the site of so many protests. Now this, what are you going to be watching for as this legal case plays out?
Well, I think it's really a frightening situation, but there's been some conversation about his mental health issues and who he was, and forget why he did it. I mean, certainly relevant, but he's looking at some significant time. This is what we call a preliminary hearing, basically whether probable cause. That being said, it would not shock anyone if that preliminary hearing did not happen. There's a time frame that ticks. The grand jury can seek an indictment and ultimately go forward on that case, or the defense and the prosecution can come to an agreement and move it out to a future date, and the defense may present evidence as to why this gentleman deserves the benefit of the doubt, whatever that may mean, mental health, mitigating circumstances, because on its face, it doesn't seem like I didn't do it. The evidence is there. We have to wait. Obviously, proof is you're not guilty, but I would expect it would shock no one if it just moves out to a new date, a future date, and we don't have that preliminary hearing and may not get that grand jury indictment either.
All right, we'll be watching it. Jeremy, thank you so much.
My pleasure.